Alright, welcome to the last day of Ether race for this week. We are in Astra season. We're taking on our first Alphons that we've come across in the wild in a rematch here, and this is before the updates and everything, so he hasn't been updated to be usable on Ether race defense just yet, so that's why his stats are so low. Obviously, as you can see. And also, this isn't the best composition. I mean, you have a lot of tanky frontliners here. Lin in the back providing threat range, but there really isn't that much going on here, and from the looks of it, no additional unit popping up. So I do have the opportunity here to take my time and set up, and that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, we're just going to wait until turn 3 to get the extra unit in and get some extra action economy. Also need both pots. Doing 2 matches today. So yeah, need both pots. Gotta try to figure out a way to get that pot on the right hand side since it's kind of free. It looks like it, unless I mess it up. But that's the pot I'm gonna go for now, and then I'll figure out a way to get the one on the left a little bit. Celica ring on Ike. I think this is probably his best emblem ring, given it's really similar to the way that we used to play Emblem Ike. Just Celica ring it, give him Celica ring and let him warp in, and then no one can really kill him. And summoner duels or whatever it was, so it kind of just tracks. It makes sense. That's what we've done with Ike so far, so it just makes sense to continue doing it. Alphonse is going to look something like this once he gets his update. You're going to start seeing him way more, especially since it's win season, I think. I don't know, I'm probably wrong there, but it will be win season at some point. I don't know. Yeah, but you're going to see him way more on defense because he's really good. And I'm not quite sure. I'm dependent on Shez here to take him out, so we're going to see what those numbers are like, how close that matchup is. This Shez is so good, man. She's so good. She's not that much better than Legendary Shez, to be fair, once you give Legendary Shez the upgrades and stuff. But because Legendary Shez is locked to Fire Season, I don't really get the benefit of enjoying her as much as I can with this particular Shez because she's blessable. So I don't think it's really a fair comparison between the two. I mean, there are similarities and there are differences, but both of them are good, I guess, is essentially what I'm trying to say. And I wish I got to use Legendary Shez more, but unfortunately that's just what happens when you get a blessable unit. You get to use them more than their non-blessable form. I also got to get rid of this gravity tactics. I forgot what this structure is called because it's not the greatest thing for me. It's gonna get me pinned down. I also wanted to include Lin on defense as well. Oh, I dipped into the budget and I got some orbs. Now the reason that I did this was because I have been wanting that summer lapis for the longest time now, and I missed a couple of reruns, and I was looking at this double special banner and I was like, man, that looks like something that I probably shouldn't pass up. Looking at the color shares, looking at the unit selections, I was like, this looks like the best opportunity to get this lapis before she's just completely unusable or gets power crept by an ult of herself. So I figured just go for it, hopefully, I was hoping to get her before the spark, just getting lucky on I was doing full circles, so it probably, Also, I didn't really get that much stuff. You'd think, looking at the banner and how stacked it is, you'd be in for a treat, but I got a Veronica that I already had. That was like the one unit that I didn't want. But also I had the Celica as well, so it wouldn't have really made too much of a difference there on colorless, but I really didn't want anyone on colorless, but at least it's Veronica, at least that's a merge, so it's fine. I got Veronica, and I got one other unit. I can't remember who. Was Veronica? I don't think Veronica was the only one. I think actually Veronica was the only one I got, to be honest. I got a Pity Breaker in not Alphonse, Brave Alm, and I think Veronica was actually the only unit that I got summoning on that banner, which is quite unfortunate. I got a Pity Break Hilda, Ascended Hilda, so Ascended Hilda loves me. I have like 2+10s of her at this point, which is kind of crazy. Some units just always be showing up. But yeah, not the best summoning session there, but in the end, I sparked Lapis because that's the unit that I wanted. And man, I've just been doing a couple of things so far with her, and she is a ton of fun. Hopefully we get another Lapis alt with the thing that she does at some point, because she's really, really fun to use. I'm trying to, figure out how to get her onto an Ether Rage team, because that's what I want to do with her. But I feel like the moment might have passed because of the terrain effects now kind of slowing down her Kanto thing, but we'll see how it plays out. Being a melee unit, she's at least going to always get Cancel 1, and then she has the swap thing, so I'm very excited. And then also, I used the remaining ore budget to complete summoning on the harmonic duos, so I got the Lin as well, which, as I mentioned, I wanted that unit because I've been getting stomped. Well, it wasn't like that many, but I'm sure if more people showed up with Ike, I would have gotten stomped way more. But I've been getting stomped by Emblem Ikes, well, Harmonic Ikes on defense, because I just have 0 counters to him, aside from him himself, because I do have him on my defense. I just can't get him to get into position to attack. So it's just, and also, for some reason, my Marth doesn't kill Ikes, which, I mean, go figure. He does it to me, but he doesn't work for me. So yeah, Ikes have been just rampant. Also, I got really stomped on by this invested, supported, what's her face? Fjorm. Legendary Fjorm, and I thought, man, this is actually pretty cool. Because there was a lot of support there and a lot of investment, and it was pretty cool to see her pretty much solo the defense, to show what you can do if you have reflex, of course, and just the right units supporting your unit to make them perform to the best of their capabilities. And she did very well. Won a couple of speed checks, which is also the reason that I wanted to get the Lin, because I don't really have any units on my defense that can win speed checks, so it's a good thing that we got Lin. Now, so here we go into this match. We're gonna see how things pan out with this one. Shouldn't be too difficult. We're just gonna go up, knock a couple units in the face. Hopefully Shez can do it. I'm pretty sure Shez can do it. I just gotta figure out how to initiate here. And then we're gonna get some action economy out of Golveg. I think I'm gonna have to use the thing on Shez just because I want the additional movement. I think we copied Alphonse's Gallop, so we're gonna get that onto Shez, just to get over the terrain here. And then, I don't know, we'll see where it goes from there. I think we're probably going to have to leave maybe Hathrun, I think we have to kill Hathrun. Yeah, I think we have to kill Hathrun and leave Ike for last, since I don't think we will have anyone that can actually take him out off the bat, because Shez is going to have to use a couple of her attack actions on the left-hand side here to take out
a difficult choice.
Jimbro and maybe Alphonse as well. So we'll see how that goes, and then take it from there. I was also considering using Ike to try to tank this Lin here, since I don't have any idea what that combat is like. But I thought no. Let's. I already lost a few matchups already this week, so it didn't make any sense for me to try to gamble at the last hour when I have one more at least match to play before the season close. I think I'm down to like 4 or 3 ladders. It's been quite a wild week. Maybe I'm overestimating. It's probably like 5. I don't know, but it felt like 4. It feels like 4. But yeah, I decided to go with this team instead because of the action economy. There's just so many actions on this team that just kind of overwhelm the opponent, the opposing defense here with what we have available. Still needs some work in terms of strategy, because I feel like I'm just throwing things at the defense, hoping that something sticks. Nothing is really cohesive with this offensive team. I know that the primary nukes are going to be Golveg and Sharena and Shez maybe, and then Veronica is kind of like supplemental in terms of the support that she gives, but yeah, it doesn't feel very organized. This team doesn't feel very organized in comparison to the Govik team that I have in Light Season that just works. You know, this team doesn't really feel like that yet, but maybe with more practice I'll get there. I don't know. So this is why Shez is so fantastic. She just easily brushes this guy aside very consistently as well. Doesn't even need all the support that I have here, but it does help to give me a nice flashy number. It's typically 100 though, somewhere around there for the first hit. She can do more damage if he's by himself, but you know, you only need 100 is usually more than enough. No one really has, I mean, Arden maybe, but right now who's really using Arden, you know? But yeah, we're just gonna keep it going. We're gonna rock out here and take care of business. Not quite sure who to take out next here. It could be either.
It matters not.
I think maybe this Corn might be the biggest hindrance to me being able to complete the map here. But then I'm kind of worried of what will happen or who will be able to take out this Alphonse if I don't use Shez to do it. So there's that. So I'm gonna have to depend on someone else.Maybe Govik can do it. We're gonna have to see. Yeah, let's go with because it doesn't look like anyone else is able to take out this Corn, so we're gonna have to use Shez. Reason being, Shez is the only one that hits physical damage here, and the rest of the team, strangely enough, is all magic res, and none of them are able to take out this Corn, which is kind of insane. Or most of them can't even double her, which is also insane, which is like a huge difference from some of the teams that I have in Light Season where most of the damage is physical because I have Boulder over there instead of, you know, this. Well, I do also have Govik, but Boulder is usually the primary initiator, so I don't usually have this problem. But this is quite interesting to see. Corn, Emblem Corn, still a good unit. Usually these armored units fall off. When did she come out? She came out in like September or something, no? And it's just December, and she's still doing fairly well, so the power creep isn't that bad, I guess you could say. This weakness to physical attacks has always been a thing, but from a res standpoint, from a magical standpoint, she seems to still be doing fairly well, so that's a good thing. That's exactly what you want to see. That's kind of what I wanted out of Vanitas, but unfortunately I just can't figure out a way to put her on defense at the moment. I'm still trying to figure that out. Maybe I'm supposed to use her on offense, I don't know, but saves are coming back, of course. Tanking is now becoming more of a usable strategy, or kind of feel like I'm being forced to go that route in a sense. I don't know how to really describe it, but it kind of feels IS has its moments where it forces you into a particular gameplay style, and the release skills to incentivize you using those types of strategies, kind of like with the whole Gale Force Camilla thing, where everyone is now on that extra action type of deal with Hinoka, Camilla, Hinoka, Camilla, all of those units that have extra action, because IS has flooded the market with additional action economy. So they have their moments where they will do things like that to get you to play the game a certain way, and I feel like they're kind of trending now back towards tanking strategies, which is interesting. I'll say that at the moment. Back to the banners. Didn't quite wrap up there. Just, you know, I gave like a initial thoughts thing, but you know, just looking more in depth at some of the units, and also at some of the feedback. A lot of people are kind of like I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on how good this Gatekeeper is going to be. At the very least, he will have longevity as a support armor. Correct assessment in that, you know, ranged armors typically don't age well. That has been a thing, and it doesn't look like they've rectified that with this Gatekeeper. It looks like he's still not going to be very good as a save for very long. I don't know, can he range with... I don't think you can give range units the Erica range, so that won't be an option for him. I think it's only melee that you can give the Erica ring to, if I'm not mistaken, so he won't be able to... there won't be a point where he'll be able to counterattack with brave attacks, unless you partner him with someone that gives that out. But as a support unit, I think he'll age fantastically. Has a lot of good stuff in there that will help out your team as we move forward in the game, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get different armored skills or just skills in general that you can put into that C slot. IS has a way of what they're doing lately is that they've just run out of ideas for C skills and just some of the skills that we have in general, and they're just combining things as, hey look, this is an upgrade, when really it's just two things that we've already had separately and now they're just one thing. With making specific reference to that ploy skill, that crux ploy that what's her name, Ivy has on the latest banner, which is just ploy and what Crux did in one skill. So now you don't really need to have multiple roles. You can just compress that into a single skill, single unit, and save your economy elsewhere. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get more of that, which is an interesting development in terms of what that will mean for save skills, because you're just going to keep putting more. Essentially, they're going to have some type of special jump. I'm pretty sure they already have that. Special jump in save skills, ploy in save skills, special cooldown, scowl in save skills, stuff like that. We'll be seeing things like that eventually, I'm pretty sure, in save skills or just C skills in general. So armors will eventually get more options. I'm trying to avoid Ike here, and we're going to use the Corin ring to allow us to do that. I think I've positioned perfectly to prevent him from warping in. So this worked out pretty well here. The question is, who's going to kill him? I know that Shez can do it, but I think I was correct in my assessment that there doesn't seem to be anyone else that we could have depended on. I don't know if it's the Hardy Baron really, but he's just really, really tanky. I'm pretty sure, looking at what the new Ivy can do, it seems specifically built or geared to help us take out this Ike, and that's actually pretty quick. He just came out, and we already have a unit that's kind of geared towards being able to counter him with the way that her weapon is described and how her special and the true damage that she gets after each hit, 25, 5, 10, 15, and 25 on the last hit, where Ike's weapon kind of works, where consecutive hits gives him more flat damage reduction. Is it flat damage? Yeah, I think that's how it goes. So she probably won't need the Hardy Baron to take him out because she's going to get boosted damage on each hit. So it's going to be interesting to see. This is the first instance of it, I'm pretty sure. So we're probably going to start getting more units like that. So that's going to be interesting to see. It's a really cool effect. I like it. And it kind of, well, I was going to say it plays into Shield Fighter and Hardy Fighter, but those are already dead in the water with Potent. So, it's really more specifically geared towards what Ike does and what he's passing out now with the B skill that he comes with, and that is also now on the new Alphons. So I guess since it's a skill, they felt it necessary to give us some type of unit that can counter that particular playstyle. So it makes sense, but I still feel like it's a little bit too soon. Alright, we got one more match to play. GG's. Alright, here we go. Let's get this match out of the way. This is the last one for the season. We're going to go in with the Marth team and try to tank this since it's a little bit complicated. Man, I'm so annoyed with these closed off maps and trying to figure out a way to approach them. A lot of times I just, out of frustration, throw a Omni tank or a save tank strategy at it because I just can't be bothered to try to figure out a way to go through it with a player face strategy. That's what we're kind of doing here. Yeah, we're gonna just try this out with Marth and see how it goes. Pretty sure he should be able to win this. Nothing here is really too threatening. We're just gonna stay away from Ike. I mean, I don't even think I need to stay away from Ike because, again, we saw a Marth take out my Ike this week. So this Marth, or this team with Marth on it, should be able to do even better since this is a well-supported, or will be a well-supported Marth. So we're going to throw him up there and see what he can do. Jimbro here has hardy bearing, so that could potentially be a problem. Like he has the hardy bearing seal actually, so, and also guidance to try to get to us. He's getting guidance from ground orders from the flyer girl that he's beside. I keep forgetting her name, Hoda or something. So we're gonna see how that works out. I'm not gonna give him the buffs from Heimdallr because I don't want the Foresight Snare to impact the order of actions. I don't want to mess that up too much because someone is going to have to first break the structure, the ice, and then someone will attack. So I kind of don't want to mess that up too much because it could lead to units being in positions that I don't want them to be in, particularly Ike with his warping. He has the Solica Ring as well on this team defense composition, so I kind of want to avoid that potentially becoming a problem. So yeah, we're gonna not do the Foresight Snare on Marth here and just let the defense come down and see what happens. But I mean, looking at everything else, it looks like overall everyone's kind of excited about the Christmas banner, which is good to see following the controversy about the last banner that we had, the harmonics, the dual harmonics. So it's good to see everyone's back on the same page at the very least. Man, side note, I listened to it. I actually sit and listen to it. The music for the new book, I've said it before, the music is so hype. They did such a fantastic job with creating this new composition. It's so fantastically hype. It's really good. I've sat and listened to it a couple times now, and I just keep like, how did they come up with this? It's so good. But yeah, anyways, looking at who else, I mean, Ivy, like I feel like she's the best unit on the banner, but a lot of people are saying that it's Ather for some reason. I just don't see it. She looks like she'll age well. I mean, ending actions. Since the Corn Ring, a lot of people have stopped running Canto Control on defense, which means there's no firm Canto Control. I have also run into this as well. I'm victim or within this subset or group as well. I no longer run it because you get it from the Corn Ring. So it means that Ather is going to be more valuable now, since it's less people that are going to have that one thing that counters what she does. Eventually there'll probably be another way to counter what she does if she becomes more popular, but for now she has a lot of value, and it actually is every turn. I didn't notice that she can do it on every turn. I thought it was just the once every third turn, once every odd turn, just like the Mythic version. So I'm wondering if we'll upgrade the Mythic version as well to make it every turn. But I feel like that's kind of cracked for the Mythic. I don't know. So yeah, that's a good addition, or a good update that they've given her. So definitely looking forward to see how she performs. Not really... What? What? Marth died? You know, I saw her flip her glasses and I'm like, I've never seen that animation before, but I didn't expect her to kill Marth. That was super random. She never kills anything. That was so random. How did she do that? I am shocked. Alright, you got me. I'm still stunned by that Herfelger kill. That was not expected at all. She never kills anything for me. Like, she comes in and she does maybe 1 or 2 damage, but 44 on that hit was pretty impressive. And the fact that she was able to actually get the kill was also very impressive. I did not anticipate that in the slightest, but I don't know, maybe it was the AoE from before. I don't see where she would have been getting any additional stats that she doesn't like. Usually when she has Black Knight peered, I'm usually more concerned with that Vantage strategy, but there was no BK there, so I was like, this is okay to run. I didn't expect her to kill Marth. That was so bizarre. Wow, 44. To be fair, I guess the AoE from Sigurd did knock me down quite a bit, and if he was at full health, he probably would have survived. But man, I really didn't expect her to kill. That was yeah. But yeah, we picked the Mars team again because let's give him a chance at redemption. I couldn't figure out any other. Well, I mean, I could have done something else for this team. That means Camilla versus Camilla, clear the terrain and smite her up. You know, figure it out that way. But let's let Marth get another go at it. We're going to avoid Sigurd this time. We're going to avoid Sigurd this time so that we don't have a repeat of what happened before. And yeah, we got to clog the space as well because Camilla is able to warp in behind. So we got to be careful about that. Got to put some units in behind Marth and see how that fits into what we're doing here. I think maybe Ather is the best option since Fat Res, because I think that space is also going to be targeted by Heimdallr. So yeah, she might be the best option for that. And then the rest of it, I think Marth should be able to deal with. But yeah, that was very surprising. Didn't expect that at all. A lot of unexpected attacks this week. I guess it's just a lot of things that we have to adjust to now because of how many new... There's a lot of new units in the game. And I feel like it's happening so quickly, and we're definitely getting a power level upgrade, a power spike. It's not power creep, but the strength of the units is increasing. And I feel like we haven't all adjusted, just at least, I'm speaking for myself at least, I haven't adjusted to what all the new units are capable of yet. So yeah, we're going to have things like that happening every now and then. Until we finally realize what's going on. That was a really badly built for Mortis there. A lot of he wasn't sure what he was doing with the kits. So yeah, that can happen there. But yeah, gotta play with the new Lynn just to see how well she can do. And then I also have the new Lapis, well, not the Summer Lapis, that I have to play with to see exactly how she can perform. I don't need her to kill anything, I just need her to activate her thing so that we can work around her and the shared spoils and the disabling specials, all of that good stuff. I want all of that to go off so that we can potentially... the thing about her over Bridal Lapis is that she's infantry, and it allows her to go on to some of those tree tiles or some of those trench tiles that Summer Lapis, or Bridal Lapis, was unable to traverse because of movement type. So her being infantry is a big positive. I don't know if she'll... Like, I see the shared spoils on Gatekeeper, and I'm just like, why does he have this? Because he's not necessarily going to be well, it started turn, but I mean, like, who does it really benefit, but he has it. I mean, anyways, it's what it is. But Lapis is still the best user of it, in my opinion, and only, to be fair, she's the one that introduced it, so it kind of makes sense that she is still. And then I feel like I haven't even used Vanitas at all. Like I spoke like so highly of her, only to not be able to use her is kind of frustrating a little bit.
Satisfactory. Give the order.
Yeah, it is what it is. On to Loki. It was like 400 people, maybe 380, 388 people in the top were able to maintain rank 11, and I find that kind of insane. Like, why is it so difficult? Everyone else fell out of tier 11. I didn't even bother trying. I was like, I just played the minimum requirement to get all the rewards, and then I just gave up. I was like, I'm not gonna hit that threshold. It's too low. That's nothing. So yeah, we'll go back up the next time it comes back around. But man, that kind of felt a little bit frustrating because I have like teams built out and everything, and I just couldn't score enough to get there. I knew that I wasn't going to score enough. You would need to score like 10,000, 11,000, somewhere around there to maintain, and I just knew that I wasn't going to get there. I scored like 9,000, and I was about like 400 and something ranked. Let's take out this Violet and then get out of here. But Kaya actually putting out well. Then also, this Byleth does nothing without his friends. So I guess this is to be expected. 224. Jeez. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. That's been Ether Raids for this week. GG's.